Back driving around with the cool kids back in the Sette Corsa competizione, and today we're just doing a little bit more test driving, I guess. A couple more GT4s I'm not really familiar with, but I gotta take and see whether or not they're going to work out for me. I think it's going to be the Vantage, the Aston Martin Vantage, and McLaren is the other one we're going to try out. I can't remember whether we tried the Audi or not. But regardless of that, we're going to get in there and drive them around and check them out and see how it works. So you can see we're already ready to go. Open Park, the Aston Martin. Playing Hot Lap Super Bowl, is that what we're doing? Or we were doing hot stints or something. What were we doing? Consistent lap times, that's not good for us. This is Hot Lap Super Bowl. So you get to do one out lap and then a couple of laps, and then hopefully that'll give you a pretty good idea of what your vehicle is doing. It should be pretty fun. Wilton Park, it's the new DLC. Start up, there we go. Nice motor in, yeah. Aston Martin. Beautiful day, Oldham. What the hell is that? Let's pull out of here. And if we remember our last adventures, it's the idea is not to get any kind of invalidation on this lap, because then you're allowed to go and do your other 2 laps. But if you screw around doing this, somehow, I shouldn't say everybody, maybe it's just me. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just be real careful. Stay on the track. And remember that we got these freezing cold tires. That's compared to the nice hot tires, the Syrian hot tires from absolute speed demon pace we're going to develop later on driving around in this thing. It seems to turn in nice. Pretty predictable. But I think everything's predictable. You're driving around and not really going very fast. Your Honda Civic would be pretty predictable even at this speed. So we'll see. We'll slowly start to go a little bit faster. We'll also try to stay on the track. I almost came in too hot there without even really thinking about it. This little stretch in real life must be just terrifying. That corner there, if you get it right, it sort of sets up everything else. If you get it wrong, the best way that it's going to go in is you're going to go for a long grassy slide. Hopefully you won't run into anybody else. Let's see. So do we manage to get through this lap? Look at that. So don't blow it now. If you want to just go faster and faster, but you have to discipline yourself so that you don't overdrive and go off. Kind of counterintuitive, I guess, because your adrenaline, all that kind of stuff's telling you, oh, go faster, go faster. If you want to be good at this, you go faster. But I don't know whether that's really the thing. The more that I get involved with this, the more I realize I'm very much of a dilettante at it, compared to any number of people who are very serious sim race. But then the same thing for people who are racing in real life, at least on a semi-professional kind of basis. This is a profession that people, in a sense, they study for. I think that the development road for race car drivers is a lot more challenging than we might imagine. It's not like taking the kids down to the hockey rink on the weekends. Some scout picks them up very easily. It's much more complicated to end up driving around race cars on real racetracks. I think we got one more lap here. It turns in very nice. It likes to have some throttle on the back end, just kind of like any car, I guess. We have it easy. We race around here 15-20 minutes at a time. We want to race half an hour, maybe an hour, racing with some more serious people. But there's people, they do endurance racing on this racetrack. So going around here at a breakneck pace, hour on hour, would be incredibly challenging. We find it super challenging just driving our imaginary race car around. Top of this unweights for a second, and then nice and tight here to be able to predict where to turn in that. And then if you do it right, it's kind of like riding on a roller coaster. This car seems to make that feel relatively straightforward. We still haven't really pressed it. But that's not what we're doing. Remember, we're just testing these things out. We're seeing with the at a 1.5879. I'm trying too hard. Alright. So we'll escape out of there for a second. That was pretty nice. Nice car to drive. Our super cool. Pretty sexy looking too. What's the replay look like when that thing goes around? Does it bounce around very much? Okay, so this is the end of the other lap. It's nice when we watch these replays. You can see all the technical mistakes I'm making as I'm driving around in the car. But we're going to take care of all those things, right? We're just going to get better and better and better and make less mistakes and take better lines. Drive more efficiently. Look at, I'm a mile off the apex. I don't feel too bad going through this thing, but it's probably because I'm going slow. With that bank corner that we should be able to fly through. We don't do too bad here. About a foot and a half on either side there to catch on that curve. I don't know what that second curve's like. For me, it's always a bit of a challenge to spot this. I'm realizing now that there's that bollard. There's sort of a fake one before it. Now in all these corners we can go wider, and we did not too bad on that. Fairly wide. This one I'm still not exactly sure. I'm thinking that should just be one big curve. Let me slow down a second here. We'll put it in granny gear to get through here. But ultimately, you know what? We got through, we didn't go off the track. It was alright. We could watch the last lap. I don't think there'd be an awful lot of difference. That's a pretty looking thing, though. In fact, so let's go 5 seconds back. Let's go 10 seconds back. I don't even see what it was like that. That would have been nice. You know what I can do? I'm not even worried about it. You can always get a picture of an Aston Martin coming up. And I'll get some tires on there. And we'll put out of there, and we'll take the McLaren for a ride. Okay, see you later. That's the McLaren and the Audi. Let's take the Audi because we can't remember. We've driven everything else. The Alpine was a powerful little thing, quite maneuverable. BMW was a car-y feeling car. Chevrolet is it's a very nice car. Jetta, sporty, snarly little thing. KTM, I don't know that I have a relationship with that yet. The Maserati is, I have to work on the setup on that, or else, because the way it's right now, it just locks out. I think my brake bias is way too high. We drove the Porsche a lot, so we have a pretty good idea how that goes. It goes very nicely. So let's try the Audi, take that for a couple of laps, and then the final thing we'll try is the McLaren. In fact, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to stop the stream for just a second and then check on it, and then come back to it. And try this car, try the other ones. So I'll come back in a couple minutes. I know you're nervous, but I'm serious. I'll be right back.